we agreed that this is a front left leg. You can all see now. We're going to start our wrap going away from the nose and towards the tail, or in a left hand or counterclockwise position, however you want to think of it. There are two ways that you can put your wrap on to begin with. It just depends on what you feel most comfortable with. I personally find that this is going to be difficult on a leg that I can't crouch down in front of, but I like to start right about in the middle. I flip my end over and I just kind of set it in the little groove between the cannon bone and the tendons. So it kind of just lays there. You want to avoid having it right at the back where it's going to put pressure on those tendons. You want it just to sit right in that little groove. The other way you can do it is the exact opposite, same but opposite, where you wrap it around the back first and put it on the outside groove. I just kind of find it easier to hold it and stabilize it there. So, thank you. So, your first, one other important point, you don't want to wrap it this way where you're going against your wrap like this. You want your wrap to flow nicely off. Does that make sense? So, just kind of get your first little going. And this is going to be lots of fun because it's just sliding all over here. Essentially, once you get your first wrap started, your first kind of catch on there, it will normally stay because the hair of the horse is going to sort of grab onto your wrap. You want to spiral it down, ideally going at least half your wrap overlapping on each go. So as you spiral, I think I can get it now. It's a very comfortable position for you. Yeah, I think I'm good. Thank you. Yeah. So you spiral down until you get to about the level of the ankle. So basically, I've just crossed over the front of the ankle here. You want to see that? At that point, you're going to cup underneath your ankle, and you can get some tightness on there. You don't ever want to snug anything up to where you can't get a finger underneath there, but don't be afraid to snug it up under there, because as they move and exercise, it's going to loosen up on you. So I'm going to make this a whole body wrap here. So you're going to snug up underneath there, and then that will start you back up the leg. So we're going to keep coming up here. Doing the same exact process where you're going to overlap by at least half each go of your wrap. I think this leg needs sedation. Okay, so this is a big, thick wrap on what appears to be a small pony leg, according to what we've got going on. So I don't like this. I would unwrap this and redo it because it's not even, and I'm anal retentive. So I like this bit down here. It's just slightly too wide, but not too bad. I'd be okay with that. But where I start losing my rhythm and I get closer out there, I would probably unwrap that and redo it under normal circumstances if I were on a real leg. I don't know if I could do it any better on this leg right now. And just to kind of finish us off, I'm going to go back down. So that we can kind of have a nice finish to the wrap. I do always start in the middle of the leg and go down first with even pressure, and then as I cup underneath, I put just slightly more pressure as I'm coming back up the leg. I try not to wrap tight from top to bottom. I try to wrap snugger from bottom to top so that most of my support is down around the ankle. And again, tight is a matter of careful. You don't want to be tight tourniquet. You want to be snug and supportive, but you don't ever want to put a tourniquet on anything that you don't need to. All right, so then your Velcro comes off and you're ready to tie off or snug off. Now, this is not a pretty wrap. Please don't anybody make gist. You want to wrap at least half again of your wrap overlap. As you spiral up, you want to spiral up to just below the joint, excuse me. Make sure that there's plenty of range of motion, that your wrap is not impinging on any of that range through the carpus or through the hock if we're doing a back leg. And then go back down, and roughly your Velcro should be at least where you started or a little bit above in most cases. So you start middle, go down, come back up, and then potentially go down a little bit. Again, I think this wrap would be much